Good day and welcome to the channel. In this short video, we are going to explain how to fix a leak from the tank in this Kohler toilet. And let's take a look at that right now. So if I flush this, watch right here. See the water coming out? Now I've got water on my floor. Yeah, this is definitely not good. I have got to fix that. So the first thing we're going to do is turn off the water supply and then flush that tank to get the water out of it. And then we'll use a towel, our least favorite towel, to sponge up what's on the bottom. Then we're going to lift the tank off. And I'm guessing, because I really don't know, but I'm guessing it's the gasket that's under here that's the problem. There we go. It's perpendicular to the line. That means that the water is turned off. Let's take the lid off. When you're looking for parts, you're going to find that the Kohler, because it's not a Moen or whatever, it's not one of the huge brands, that some of the parts are hard to find. Fortunately, on the top of the tank lid on the inside, it's got little parts, including what I'm looking for, which is the gasket. 1018165-A and flushed. Get rid of that water. Unfortunately, a bunch of it's going to come out of there, which is not good. You can see it's going away. So let's flush again. I'm just going to hold it down this time. Let it just drain. Now we have to get the rest of that water out. So take the water line out, easy. And then you'll want to lift the cylinder up and it'll get stopped part of the way up. So how do you do that? Well, as I recall from when I installed this just twists. So you put your hand down and yeah, there it is. Just twist it counterclockwise. There it is. Now it lifts up. Yay. Awesome. And just have that hang over the top. That doesn't make much difference. And then use your hand. And yes, by the way, while this is toilet water, it's water that's going into the toilet, not water that's being in the toilet. So you can safely put your hand in there. There's nothing gross. That's literally the same water that you'd be drinking. And you just want to spoon it into there as much as you can to get it down into the tank. Then take a towel, probably your least favorite towel, because you're probably going to want to garbage it after this. Not that you have to, because there's nothing really wrong with it, and just towel it out. It needs to be pretty dry, otherwise you're going to get a lot of water on your floor. So just dry it out as best you can. Now you've got to use a wrench or a socket. In my case, I'm using a 13 mil to loosen the bolts on the bottom of the tank. Remember, left loose, right tight. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Yeah. Now, because this is porcelain, you want to make sure that you relieve the pressure on this porcelain evenly. So take a few turns on one of the bolts, then go to the other side and take a few turns on the other one, and then come back to this side and, just keep alternating back and forth so you're not putting way too much pressure on one side while it's relieved on the other. Now, the water line, you're going to have some more water come down here, so make sure you got your towel handy. Hand on both sides and lift it up. Well, I'm going to take the remaining water and dump it in the toilet just by tipping this over a bit. There we go. This little foamy gasket isn't, there we go. That's not doing the job it needs to do. So I have to go to Home Depot or Rona or Lowe's or wherever you want and buy this part. Now that I've got the bowl off, I could see that there was a bunch of calcium and stuff built up here. Well, you can't get calcium buildup unless you got water. So that's definitely where it's leaking. And so I want to scrub that off and get as much of that as gone as possible. So I went to Home Depot and tried to find the replacement ring because I thought I found it on their website. Turns out it wasn't there. But I ran into a master plumber who said, yeah, don't worry about getting one with that little octagon shape in the bottom. Just get one that fits that's a little thicker. So this is a $6 one in Canadian dollars, and this is a $5 one. It's a little bit thinner. So I'm going to start with this bigger one. And you might ask which way to put it because it's concave on the one on the inside here. I'm actually going to put that on the plastic bolt side, which I'll show you in just a second here. So the flat edge I'm putting down on the bowl, and the rounded edge I'm going to put over the nut. So the rounded edge I'm going to put over that nut. And that's going to be a fit. It's going to be a little tight, but that's the entire point. It's a gasket. There we go. Yeah, I think that's going to work. All right, that tank seems pretty solid to me. Now all we have to do is put the cylinder back in. What you want to do is get that little T into the center, so just lift up the cylinder. There you go, pop that down. There it is, and twist. There, now it's in. Nice. Cylinder goes up and down, that's happy. Now we'll just screw the water supply back on. Turn the water on. And watch it fill up. Beautiful. No leakage. Yay! So this is another one of those DIY jobs that you really can do by yourself. You do not need a plumber to change a rubber gasket. That cost me $6 in about 10 minutes worth of time. You can do this. And I didn't even have the right part. Well, I had a right part, just not the exact part. So if you want the exact part, look at the bottom of the tank lid and order that. But I think the $6 Moen part that I used, just fine. By the way, that's $6 Canadian, so let's go with $4.50 US. So hey, if you found this video useful, please give us the big thumbs up. We'd super appreciate it. Subscribe's also always appreciated. If you have any questions or concerns, you can get a hold of us directly at www.urtech.ca. That's www.urtech.ca. Or you can leave a question or a comment below, and if we don't get back to you, somebody else will, because on YouTube, everybody's got an opinion. Thanks, and have a great day. Bye-bye.